Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Cast Revive, your weekly Top 5 VGM podcast. I am your host, Matt Heimerl, and here with the man who wishes Frog Fuchsius was a playable character, the gorgeous Steve Moncelsi.
What's up?
And with us always is the man behind the mixer adding of awesome, super cool commentary of all time, Mr. Brian Husky.
Hi.
Yay. And today we are doing an episode that was voted. We had a little straw poll put up on Twitter and Facebook a while ago for RPGs, and one that won was Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars.
Very interesting.
So I was very excited because I have never played this game. So I got to watch through it and see what it was about. And it was, not going to lie, I really want to go through it now.
It is a fantastic game.
I watched just a quick speed run playthrough just to get the gist of what the game was about, but from my understanding, a lot of the hidden stuff, there's so many cool things to find in this game, and it just seems like a lot of fun. So have you both gone through the game?
Oh, yeah, several times.
So what are your thoughts of it? Rank up there as a great RPG, or is it for a Mario game?
Are we talking 1 out of 10? Or like out of 10?
Yeah, give me 1 out of 10.
I would give it a 9.
9, wow. Brian?
I'd give it 9 mushrooms, yeah.
9 mushrooms, I like it, because mushrooms in this game give you health. So mushrooms are like potions in this game, right? Don't you collect them and you eat them, and it's like, oh, this one's bad mushroom, and you have diarrhea over the place.
Yeah, mushrooms for health, and you have honey syrup for magic.
Yes, honey syrup.
Nice.
I thought that was so cool because it's a bartending ingredient, but they used it to replenish mana.
Nice.
Flower power.
Flower power.
FP, yeah.
Don't they have a lot of weird things like that in this game that you think wouldn't be in a Mario game? Some things that could be taken inappropriate. Don't they have stuff like that in this game?
Kiro Cola. Frog juice.
Nice.
Outside of that,
Yeah, I can't
they did a very good job tying a Mario world into an RPG. It's really cool to see how they took some of the power-ups that Mario usually has and how they made it into an RPG item.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
And it's not the same because it's not like Mario against Bowser. You actually have a new antagonist in this game, right? It's a Smithy gang or whatever.
Gang,
so
yeah.
what? For those who don't know, and me as well, because I don't know a lot of the background. Why is he coming? What is his story?
Okay, you ready for this?
Tell me.
I actually found, because I have it in my little hands here, the original Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars box for the Super NES. And look at that, it is in mint condition.
That is sexy.
And I'll read you the back of the box.
Please do.
You ready? It says, Mario returns in this incredible new RPG adventure. His latest rival is Smithy, a menacing creature who causes fear and treachery in the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario must recover 7 stars and repair the Star Road before he can make his way to Bowser's Castle for a final confrontation with Smithy. Powerful weapons, sinister spells, and other useful items help Mario to complete his harrowing journey. New friends and old allies support him along the way, and even Bowser lends a hand.
Uh-oh, Bowser. That is cool, though, because in the Mario games, you used to go into Bowser's Castle to fight Bowser to save the princess, but you can use her, but you're still going to Bowser's Castle, but you're fighting a different type of enemy. That's still cool that it still ties it into how normal Mario games end.
The very opening of the game starts with Mario walking into Bowser's Castle, and they're fighting on top of these chandeliers, and they got Princess Toadstool hanging in the middle, or Princess Peach, whichever era you're looking at her in. But you fight Bowser, and then once the fight is over, Smithy comes in and takes over Bowser's Castle, and he kind of kicks Bowser out, and you start your actual journey at that point.
That fight is when I officially lost respect for Bowser, because as soon as you caught up with him flying, then you see him crying on the chandelier. I'm just like, come on, man!
He had a giant 100-something foot sword come through his building and take over.
But he's Bowser. He should just all of a sudden hit the smash ball, get 4 times his size, pick the sword up, and start
We'll get into
Wasn't there yet.
All right, cool.
Bowser's a real person. He's got real issues. He's he's a softie.
That's okay.
We'll get in.
I'm a big fan. I have a lot in common with Bowser.
When I go over
this external hard toughness, but inside you're just soft cuddly teddy bear.
When we start talking about items and weapons you have in this game, we'll get more into how awesome Bowser really gets.
Nice. So before we move into our top 5 that Steven Hick, Brian, you start us off with a track. What do we got? What do we got going with our intro there?
This is if you wait long enough at the menu screen, a little video what do they call it? Demo? Like a little demo will play, and this is the music that plays in the background with that.
Oh, nice.
You get to see a lot of the concepts and the battles and all that kind of stuff going on.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So who actually starts off this week? I forget.
I do.
You
Yeah,
start
it
off
is-
this week.
It is Steve. Yeah.
Oh boy! After last week, it's going to be nice to not be in competition with you, sir. So it was a good episode. Now we can go back to relaxing and just
I do want to throw out one little tidbit of knowledge.
Drop
here.
it.
This game was made by Square, joining with Nintendo, and not only is it the last game Square did for Nintendo for quite some time because their contract expired with them, and they kind of started butting heads over it, and so they just said, okay, forget it, we're not doing this anymore, and they went to Sony. But this is also the last Mario game made for the Super Nintendo.
Really?
Yes, it is.
What a way to close it out.
You will hear this track a lot in this game.
Yes, you will.
Because it is the fight with monsters, and this is the music that plays. This is your battle music that appears in every fight.
And I'm glad they went with something a little more fun because typically when you go into fight music, like battle music, you're wanting something a little more hardcore and stuff. But it's cool that they kept the low key and cartoony of the Mario franchise. And so sure,
Yes.
it's a great track, and it's I don't mind listening to this because it's very lighthearted and it's silly because there's silly things you could do in combat. So I thought it was great track.
You're right. It does keep the feel of Mario to it. But the one thing they did do is they really kept a true feel for an RPG.
Right.
It's turn-based, like the old classic RPGs always were, but with a little twist. Because as you attack, when you hit your button, you attack. You select to attack.
Right.
But if you hit your button right when you connect, you'll do a more powerful attack. Same goes for monsters. When they attack you, you can hit right when they hit, and you will defend. And that you take a quarter of the damage you would have hit.
Okay.
And some of them you have to watch the timing because they'll switch it up or something weird. But as you fight, when you destroy monsters, they explode into little coins. Just like when you stomp on them, you get points and stuff.
Right.
But you can also sometimes when you kill a monster, you can get a hit point max bonus. That means it restores all your hit points for that character that beat him. Or you can get a once again, and you get to attack again with that character.
Oh, nice.
And it's completely random.
Would you say the attack mechanics, when you say if you hit at the right moment, is that similar to Squall's Gunblade in 8, where you could time it and have the gun go off? Is that similar to what you're talking about? If you hit the attack at the right moment, you'll do more damage?
It's different per enemy, so the timing's always different.
Okay.
But yeah, it's usually you just do double damage.
Okay.
Right.
The animation changes too. So if Bowser attacks with his claw once, if you time it perfectly, he'll attack 3 times.
Oh,
and do,
nice.
a
Right.
combo.
Nice.
Same with Mario.
Yeah.
Like Princess, when she has the frying pan, she'll hit once,
The
and then if
frying
you hit it
pan.
right, she'll backhand and hit again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good track. Good way to start it off.
Yeah.
Jumping right into battle. I love that.
That's the way you got to go with RPGs, man. You hear it a lot. It's usually the most memorable music you hear in RPGs.
Very
You
true.
hear it all the time. So let's go on to your number 5.
To be honest with you, I just picked this track just because it's badass, and it's just
And there you go.
and it's a throwback to the original Mario from when you go underground. So, and it's just this is from Inside the Earthen Pipe, and it was a very funky take on it. I loved it. I see myself just strutting around. I always want to go the route of saying I'm going to pop my shirt off, but I think it's going to end up getting really stale really soon. So I'm going to say I'm going to pop on some chain armor and have a battle axe. Does that sound a little bit better?
Sounds
Anybody? I'm getting the
weird.
I'm getting the weirdest looks right now. So I might stay with the shirt off option. So
Steve, what are you doing later? You wanna grab some drinks?
That'd be good.
at least we all know that if this show officially tanks, who it is to blame. So I will take all that credit. But yeah. So funkiness of Inside the Earthen Pipe. It's funky, right?
Well, they actually play this in several things
Yeah.
in the game. So when you go into the sewer
Right,
systems
right.
and you're walking around and stuff
so
like
it's not
that.
just one place that it plays.
Brian?
Well, I was gonna say this is the pipe world. music. I think there's like a pipe network that connects all the different islands, and this is the music for that. There is a rendition of this that plays when you go into like the sewers, which is a little different.
It has a little different take to it.
I believe. I could be mistaken.
Most likely you're not, because you are the man, and you're 99.9% right on most topics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I do have a factoid.
That's a lot of credit, man.
If you want one.
now you put the pressure on him. Now he's like,
Yeah, let me just
I must
squeeze
say
this out real
everything
quick.
right now.
It might sound funky because the person who worked on this soundtrack was the person who did the music for Street Fighter 2.
What was her name?
Yoko something?
Yoko Shimomura.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah?
Yahtzee.
Drops the mic, walks away. Thank you.
Yeah, this is her first Mario game that she worked on.
But not the last.
Is it? Was it? No, that has to be wrong. I don't think she did another Mario. Maybe she did.
That's cool though. That little knowledge tidbit right there, because I actually have stuff to add on to that in later tracks that I pick. So it's a nice little like entryway into that particular topic. So that's very cool.
You're welcome.
So mine not as hardcore as yours going in, but I felt like we needed to funk it up a little bit, and I think
Just bring back Mario.
I think I just busted out the parachute pants on that one.
Oh.
It's not a competition anymore, Matt.
It really is.
I'm always in competition. If it's with myself or other people, I don't care.
All right. Well, do you want to just move on to our number 4?
So.
Well, here we have Welcome to Yoster's Isle.
I was gonna say welcome to Donkey Kong. It reminds me of a Donkey Kong Country
It
track.
does, right?
This is the area where you actually meet the Yoshis in.
Yoshi!
And they have some mini games that's based around them, and I believe you get the frog coins for doing well. And you also get some other things too, as far as items and gear and stuff like that if you complete their mini quests.
And frog coins, they're a form of currency you can use to upgrade or buy stuff, or is that
Buy stuff from
a special shop.
in Frog Fuchsia's little.
Oh, here you go.
cove.
Ready?
Yeah.
They're like the Stardust in Legends of Dragoon.
like it? I like what you just did there, and now I understand completely.
There you go.
I love it.
This is one of the places where you can get the red essence, which is really important because it makes you invincible for like 3 or 5 turns.
Oh, wow.
If you get lucky.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And what's cool about this game is the items had a freebie. Like at random, you could get a freebie. So when you use the item, you don't actually use it. You get to use it again.
Oh, cool.
So you got that with the red essence in like the Smithy boss fight. You know, you're in for an easier time.
Yeah.
But it's random. It's completely random.
Completely
It's like a
random.
1% chance of like getting that to hit. So
But when
as
it
far-
does, you're just like, yes.
yes.
You're like going to play the lottery right now. That's cool, though.
But speaking of items, stuff like that, and weapons, I touched on it earlier. Some of the weapons they come up with for Mario and whatnot, and their abilities is pretty cool. Like Mario, you have the turtle shells.
Yeah,
That
the
you
knock
can-
knock shell.
Yeah.
You can jump up on and kick him at him, and then like his like, go ahead,
Yeah, I was gonna say you also get the
mallet.
Hammer Bros mallets.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and the ultra hammer and stuff like that.
See, I must say that's one of the downsides of watching a speed run, because I don't see that
You
stuff.
get to see
The
all
main
that,
attack
yeah.
I always saw was Mario's special, where he jumped up and landed on him.
Which is
Right.
just-
But then he would time it, and he would hit like 100
Yep.
times and do like
Yep.
so much damage. That was like the main attack.
Well, that's an upgraded version of that spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because normally, like, if you just do jump, you'll hit him, and then, yes, you can hit him again, and you'll just hit him one more time and bounce off. But there's one that's like super jump or something like that.
It's
an
his
upgraded.
second jump attack. Yeah,
And then
you can just time it.
multi-bounce.
And the cool thing about doing that is if you do it 100 times, you get a special accessory or equipment piece, which
super
makes you
suit.
like, pretty much invincible,
The
right?
super suit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is it difficult to do?
Yes,
I'm always doing comparison to Final Fantasy games. Is it on par with dodging lightning and the Thunder
Oh my
Blade?
God.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. High five. Right, that's exactly what I was going to compare it to. Wow. Like He looked into my eyes and pulled the thought out.
I saw the twinkle.
When the speedrunners say it, it's like it's 3 frames or 3 whatever, you know. Like
Right.
There's no window at all.
Right,
you know, So
right.
you basically have to like lightning it. See
that? I want a high five from this side of the table too. We're gonna call ourselves the high five guys.
But yeah, so everybody has an ultimate weapon. Everybody, I believe everybody has a prank weapon too. That it's not really a weapon. It's just kind of like a novelty thing.
Right.
But everybody has an ultimate weapon. I mean, Peaches is a frying pan.
Yeah, Peach is a frying pan.
Gino is like the star glove or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mario is like this giant knock shell.
the
It's got
lazy shell.
wings lazy shell. That's
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
It's got the wings on it.
And then Mallow's is what is Mallow?
Mallow's is the symbols, the mega symbols.
The mega symbols.
Yeah.
So was Mallow like a cloud?
Yes.
Mallow's a cloud,
He is a
and
cloud.
all of his specials are weather related.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you got thunder and all that, and then Bowser's got the drill claw.
Bowser got the drill claw.
Drill
yeah.
claw.
And one
Tornado
of Bowser's best moves is that he picks up Mario and throws him at the enemy.
That's awesome.
I think this is his weapon, right? Because he has
Yeah,
that.
it's a weapon,
He has
yeah,
that Mario doll that
yeah.
he throws, but then if he crits with it or whatever, he just picks up Mario and throws him.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's great.
That's awesome.
And then he also has the chain chomp that he swirls
Chain
around his
chomps,
hand
yeah.
or his head, and then he throws it, and you see it just on the enemy.
I gotta play it now. I didn't see any of this stuff in the
By
run.
comparison, though, Mario's are so lame because he just gets iterations of jump and fireball. But this is after Super Mario World and after Super Mario Bros. 3, where he had all the different suits and power-ups. So I'm wondering why they didn't throw any of that in there, because all you get at the end of the day is Mario with fireballs and jumping, which is all he needs.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
yeah.
couldn't just figure out a way how to incorporate that into like an RPG aspect. I mean,
I guess, but-
well, the thing is too. I mean, it would have been cool if they like made those into true suits. You know, so like in the game, Matt, is you can get different gear from Mario. Like you can get like overalls, you can get super overalls, all this stuff. But
Right,
your sprites of your character never change.
Yeah, they don't change.
But you know, you can see that he's got different stuff on.
Yeah.
So had they had the memory and the ability and the pixels to recreate gear every time he changed, then maybe they could have worked something with
Tanuki
it.
Right,
suit,
right.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd be cool. A Tanuki suit.
Turn to stone.
If you time it right, he turns to stone, so it completely negates damage.
Yeah.
Which you could do anyway. Like,
Yeah, you
like
could.
most of the defense timers, you could just pull off a no damage at all.
Interesting.
And then the nice thing
That's
about
cool.
it is your max level that you can level up to is 30.
Yeah.
So once you hit level 30, you're maxed out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, I like that. It's not just like a basic, like there's actually some
99.
strategic elements like in it. It's not just hit attack or hit defend. Like you can do that, but if you time it, you get like additional rewards and bonuses for playing precisely. I like that. I'm a big fan of that.
All right. So that was my Yoster's Isle was my number 4.
Good choice. Now we're gonna move on to my number 5.
Wait, I thought we were doing Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, what
No,
happened,
we're
Matt?
doing Chrono Trigger, right, guys?
Wrong game.
Yeah, I know. It's Final Fantasy IV. No, I said that because we were doing a test run, and I was like, I love this because it reminds me so much of like Chrono Trigger. And Brian's like, are you sure Chrono Trigger? Are you sure not Final Fantasy IV? And I'm just like,
Yeah, I made you feel like a total
maybe
nerd.
Final Fantasy IV. And I felt like such an asshat. But this is the fight with Sulex. Is that how you pronounce it?
Kulex.
Kulex.
Yeah.
So this was of course I picked it because it's. I mean, listen to it. It's like. That bass line is ripping,
This is just
baby.
the battle music for Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy
yeah,
4.
two.
Final Fantasy 4.
2-4.
2-4. Yes.
Same difference.
Yeah, same
Well-
difference.
Well, yeah.
Same
I
difference.
don't care.
Brian's like,
Stop it, Brian. Stop it.
Brian just unplugged his mic.
But
He's
at
walking.
that
He's walking.
99% accuracy, answer.
But
Way to set that bar, man.
this is cool because like I was reading on it, and it's like I read that this is like one of those super hidden bosses that's actually more difficult than fighting Smithy. You have to like.
It is tough.
Yeah.
You have to acquire a crystal, which
It's-
is a shiny crystal, which is cool because Final Fantasy is known for
It's the
crystals.
ultimate weapon of Final Fantasy where you don't need, it's a side boss, you don't even have to go do it.
Right.
But it is absolutely, which I don't understand why those things aren't the main guys in the game, but it's like, I spent like 20 minutes beating the last guy of the game. I spent 6 hours fighting this thing.
Yeah.
Why isn't it running the world?
It's not threatening to take down the planet.
The thing I found super interesting about this guy is that it's not very hard to uncover. Like, it was like you have to get fireworks for like 500 and trade it to this guy in Moleville or
Very
whatever
nice.
for
Little girl.
for
Yeah.
for the
Shiny
for
stone.
that, and then you had to go to Monstro Town,
Yep.
Monster Town.
Monster Town,
Yep.
and then you walk in, it's like, hey, you want to fight me? No, okay, and yes, and come on, let's go, Big Daddy, and then you do it, and then you get an item that increases your damage and resistance by like 50% or something like that. You get like a bangle or some type
I
of
forget what
armor
the,
accessory.
it's like
I think
a
it was.
hero medal or something
Yeah,
like that. It's
something like that.
Yeah.
So-
I forget exactly what it does.
Yeah,
But,
but it seemed. I mean, it looked like a really cool fight.
Yeah, it is.
well, it's really cool because it's a character. Kulix is actually a character that was going to be in a Final Fantasy game,
Right.
And they omitted him, but the 4 gem or crystals that he summons that he fights against you with were a main storyline around. So they kept some of the things about him
Yeah,
in it. So you just get to kind of see him in this game.
There's a lot of those in this game, though, because I know you
yeah.
can find Link, or you can find Samus.
Yep.
So like, I love that about games.
Samus is a little tougher because you can only see her at an inn, sleeping in bed if you get to that point after beating a certain boss, but before you enter a certain stage.
So
I
it's
think
only-
it's after you have 5 stars and you go
Yeah.
back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
And she's there in the castle.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't bother
But
me. I
here's
need
the thing.
sleep for
But
the
that's
mother
the
brain
thing
fight or
is that
something.
Yeah.
You don't need to go back to the Mushroom Kingdom. So it's very easy just to completely
To
bypass
just go,
it.
yeah, and not even see her.
Yeah, because as soon as you go to the next place you're supposed to go to, you missed it.
Of all the ones that I saw, though, I thought the coolest was when Mario got changed in the dressing room and became the Mario from Mario 1.
Yep.
I thought that was, for some reason, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, that is so awesome.
It
and then
is.
you can't leave, and as the timer runs out, he goes back, changes, and comes back. I was like, that's
Well, if you leave, you can actually go out the door. And if you actually leave, he gets hit and he turns to small Mario.
oh.
And then the game forces you to go back and change.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you only do it once. Even if you leave the room and come back, that doesn't work anymore. You
Right.
only get to
It's
do it
just
does.
one little Easter egg thing. Now that's really cool.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
What's cool?
Thanks,
about
Spider-Man.
What's cool about the Kulix fight too is that this is the only enemy in the game that is different. It has the sprite graphics of Final Fantasy IV. It
Right.
looks like a Final Fantasy IV boss. And before he goes into his fight, he's that little like mini version that you would see like on the world map.
Yeah.
And then you get into the fight with him, he just blows up, and you're like,
It's like, wait a minute.
not fair, guys.
Size does not reflect in real life.
It's like the rabbit from Mighty Pie. I thought, oh, go in there and kill that thing. It's like 2 feet tall. Got it.
Dork.
Love it. Number 4, pretty dope. Gotta say.
Yeah, that it's.
Final Fantasy IV.
You got Final Fantasy in my Mario.
Two battle music so far.
Nice.
You stole my thunder. I was going to use that as the intro for the whole episode and have everybody thinking we messed up or something. But
No,
well
just
done.
tell me to pick something else. I'm very flexible.
I mean, you really mess up.
Go on,
supposed to be
boss,
your
get a
top
different
5.
song.
You don't like your. I don't like your top 5. Pick a new one.
And what's cool about that though is that because the game was made by Square, they could do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Put in a Final Fantasy type theme
Yeah.
to it, character.
I love that little cheese whiz meld right there. It's great.
I like my number 3 because my number 3 here is like a nice throwback to everyone's childhood, at least ours.
Sesame Street.
Close. Go Axum Rangers.
Yeah.
The Axum Rangers drop in. These
Love
guys were so great. These were like, to compare them to other like Mario games, these were like the Koopalings. They kept showing up over and over and over again. You beat them and they just show up over and over and over again, and they
Nice.
get harder and harder.
Didn't they just show up in the volcano?
They show up like 2 or 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah. At different capacities. Like sometimes you fight them, sometimes you don't. There was one where you fought them and then like, they leave and you have to fight them again. There's like a yellow, red, green. They're all
Black
Shy
and pink.
Guys. Yeah, they're all Shy Guys, weren't they?
No, they're completely different models. They're part of Smithy's gang, and they
thought they were
look
Shy
like
Guys.
little chess pieces, and they all have an axe, like a pole arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could have sworn they were Shy Guys.
50 pole arm, 50 shield.
But who am I to argue at 99%?
99% accuracy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thomas.
Yes, that's gonna stick around, baby. Axiom, right? That's a cool name.
They were
That is
a
cool
nice little like sub boss. Again, they were like the Koopalings. They were like the nice little sub boss to lead things and push things along.
Anytime
Yes,
you
sir.
put the Sentai Warriors or Sentai like a Power Ranger group in a game, like I love it.
name. Nice.
Agreed.
So great. What
Sir, question.
Are
in
there
front.
summons in this game?
No.
Or
No.
any kind of? There's nothing. Okay, I wasn't sure if they had.
Bowser summons
would-
King Boo, but that's about it.
Yeah,
But it's
what
just
would you summon? Like just I'm not being
No,
sarcastic.
I don't know. I don't know if
Seriously,
like,
what
if,
would they do?
I don't know.
They
like,
really just have the specials, and if there's a summon, it's reflected in that. Like I think Peach summons a bunch of sheep.
Yeah. Well, that's a hidden. That's a
Love
hidden
that.
thing. That's the sheep spell.
The sleepy sheep.
Yeah, the sleepy sheep. No, it's not sleepy sheep. There's another one.
Oh.
That like if you go, I was reading it the other day. If you find all these different things, you can go back there and like you find a sheep, and then like if you find another one, if you find like 7 of them, you can summon this other one, and they will randomly just destroy the enemy.
Weird.
Yeah. But it's random.
Legend
They
of the
can do
Seven
absolutely
Sheep.
nothing.
I could see them summon like a Lakitu, just like coming around and just going crazy on it. You know, Bowser's got a massive army behind him.
Just start dropping the
Just
spinies
dropping
down
massive
on it.
Goombas on their head, like Fat Chocobo in Final Fantasy VII. With
Nice.
just like instead of giant fat Goomba.
Well, he that's his ultimate is he summons a little Mecha Koopa and it jumps.
Oh,
around.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah, yeah.
that's cool.
But the reason Bowser joins Mario is because he loses his army, so he doesn't have anybody following him. He's all alone.
Because they all left him for Smithy.
Poor guy.
Because Smithy took over.
That's what happens when you got the cash. You know, he's trying to rescue Thomas. Good number 3.
Thank you.
I like the speed of it.
Again, another playoff of the original Mario themes.
Yeah.
The dungeon, yeah. Again.
I love playoffs.
You love what?
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
I feel much better now.
Keeping this PG rated. All right, so we're gonna go on to
My number 3. I want you guys to beware the forest mushrooms. That's the name of this track.
Can't believe this isn't your number 1.
This track's awesome.
So
It's
good.
it's so cool. So this is like a forest maze, of course,
yeah.
and you're going around like this is from what I saw. This is when you're getting ready to fight that Bowyer.
Bowyer.
That is a cool.
That is
That
a
was
cool
a cool
fight.
boss and a cool enemy. It's like
Very
you just see
cool
like
enemy.
these
He is the
arrows
bow.
flying. You're just like, yeah, he is the actual bow. It's like that is totally legit. You know.
And his arrows are all like minions. He's like firing his minions out of his. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
was.
something out of an old like Disney Silly Symphonies type character.
Pretty much, yeah, because he's got the like googly eyes and the mustache.
Come here, guys.
Yeah. He really does. He really does look like that. Good.
So is this the part of the game also we have to bounce on the caterpillar like the multiple times
Yeah,
to get
you
the
can get,
Wiggler.
you get a frog
Wiggler,
coin if
Wiggler,
if you
thank you.
bounce on the Wiggler, yeah.
yeah.
But there's actually, there is a path to get through this. There's also another path if you take it. You can go down to one of the tree trunks, and it goes down to a sub world.
Right.
And it's nothing but treasure chest down there. There's a frog coin down there too.
Nice.
A lot of FPs.
Yeah.
How many frog coins are there? Would you say? Are there a
I think
lot?
100.
100. Okay, so there's a
Could
lot.
be. I never collected them because. Okay, so
Here we go.
at the start of the game, when you first get to the Mushroom Kingdom, you're following Toad into the royal chambers or whatever. And if you jump on his head, you can ride him to the doorway and then jump onto the doorway, and there's a hidden chest there with a frog coin in it. Okay? So that wouldn't be so bad. Like, if you never knew about that, you just
Right,
you never
right.
got it. But this is before they tell you that frog coins are in the game, before hidden chests are in the game.
Right.
So you don't do it, right? You come back in, like, a new game. But there's an item that you get later that lets you find hidden treasure chests. And my first time playing this, I had that, and I went there, and I heard it going off. It makes this little dee-lee-lee-lee-lee. And I was like, where the hell is the chest? I didn't know it was, and I gave up. I'm just like, I'm not looking for any of this. It's stupid. 100% this dumb
The
thing.
good news.
I would have done the same exact thing.
Rage quit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would have just snapped the game in two. Just kidding. I love retro games and how difficult they are. Hashtag retro games.
It's not difficult when you don't tell someone about it, and then you're like, oh, well, you didn't get that one? I guess you suck at games, kid.
Yeah. Hey, 99% knowledge does not mean 99% awesome at playing games. But you've retained knowledge like a fish drinks water.
Well, here's the thing: is that there was no reward
Thanks.
like in today's gaming with getting all of the frog coins.
Right.
I mean, everything that you could buy that you wanted to buy from it, you were way over.
You could get it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Even if you missed half of them, yeah, it wasn't necessary.
So, before we went into one other question about like gear and stuff, was there actually armor you could buy and upgrade, or was it
Yes.
just weapons? So there
Yes.
was armor as well.
accessory, and a weapon.
Okay,
Yes.
so like, what did Mario wear? I mean, he's usually just wearing pants and
Well-
shirt. I mean, was there
well-
actually like chainmail or like
No.
Like, what was it called?
It's
in this?
pants and shirt.
Okay.
It's shirt and it's shirt, and then you can wear pants. No, Malo wears pants.
Malo
So
guy?
it's just shirt because there's only one slot. So it's shirt, and then it's like overalls, and then it's like it just upgrades
Right.
of his own outfit.
Shirt plus 3. Yeah.
There's a like one that sticks out to me is happy shirt for Mario and then happy pants for Mallow.
Yeah. There's actually a happy
God.
shell too for Bowser.
Happy shell for Bowser.
So is that like the best you can get?
No,
Like,
that's actually one of the worst.
It's it's early. It's very early on.
You're wearing happy shell. Get the hell out.
Actually, all you needed were the work gear because it gave
work
you an
pants.
attack bonus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
As well
work
as a
shirt,
defense
work
bonus.
pants.
Tifa
Yeah.
had work gloves.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Tifa.
Do a little fun fact. Malo comes from. He's actually. I won't tell you what he is. He is a cloud. He comes from the Cloud Kingdom, and it's the
Airman,
same kingdom that you get in Mario 3. The little clouds that allow you to skip levels in Mario 3. That's
Oh.
where they came from, and actually that thing that it's called is a bus system that travels you around the sky. So it makes sense that that's where it came from Mario 3 because it
Yep.
boot past you through a level.
Oh, nice. That's
Like,
cool.
That's kind of cool little throwback.
That is cool.
Yeah. One of the only like old school inclusions other than Birdo.
Yeah.
Oh, Birdo.
And you got to always include him, her, Birdo, in
Him, her.
him,
Him,
her.
her, him.
Yep, in any Mario game.
I think we're already on our number 2s, right? We're going to year number 2
I
now?
believe so.
Yeah.
That's crazier than crazy. So let's do it up.
So just to start, is crazier than crazy? Is that insane?
That is insane. Yes.
All right. Just want to make sure. Rosetown. I just want to clarify
That was very interesting. I like it. I like it.
what that is. So this is the music for Rosetown. You're just this is like one of the beginning,
This is the second town.
towns that you get to.
This is the kind of song that would play if I won the lottery. And I was like so excited. I'm just walking through town, just like with my arms out, like I love everyone. Like look at all these opportunities. I'm just smiling.
Well, all the towns are run by toads.
Which even better, frog
So-
legs.
So no, not those toads.
Oh,
Toad.
Yeah, like the parasitic
toad.
mushroom.
mushrooms everywhere.
Parasitic mushroom.
Yes.
I actually watched that whole thing. It's like this
so
all
good.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I have to go back and reflect on my life. Is Rosetown, correct me if I'm wrong, 99, Agent 99, that you find the kid playing the Game Boy?
No, the guy that has the Game Boy is in Mushroom Kingdom.
Is
But
he?
yeah, but you can't. He's not there until you
Like, near
do
Endgame?
something else, like the fourth star or something like that, and then you go back and you get his Game Boy.
It's really awesome because you can go and you keep
can play a
pestering him,
minigame.
and you get a mini game.
Yeah, you have to like bug him for like 5 minutes or something. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
can I
you-
play?" He's like, "I'm still playing. Leave me alone, hey,
Exactly.
You're a jerk."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm done with this now." And
Yeah.
then he sells it to you for like 500 coins.
I just
500
take it to him,
coins.
push him over, like I'm Mario, and plunger his face into the ground.
I'm Mario.
This music is so good.
It is. It's actually is really good. It's a very happy song. I just
There's a reason for that because when you first get to Rosetown, it's under siege by Bowyer, and this doesn't start playing until after Bowyer's defeated.
Oh, really? So it's
it's
like
like-
celebratory music
Yeah,
and everything like
yeah.
that. That's really cool.
I should listen to this like on my way to work. You know, just
Get you pumped.
yeah.
It does. No, it's a very cool song. I
It's
like
a
this
happy
lot.
little ditty.
It really is. It really is. Makes you feel a lot better about certain situations.
Plus, this is where you get Gino, which is like the best character ever.
Yeah.
He's basically Pinocchio, isn't he? He's like a
Sort of.
wooden,
He's a puppet, yeah.
and he uses like stars and stuff to throw at people.
Well, he is actually a star.
Oh, okay.
So that's why, yeah, all of it. He has one of the best moves in the game for normal enemies because it can hit for 9999.
Star
Ooh.
cannon.
I think it's called the Gino Whirl.
Ah.
Yeah, all of his are like Gino Blast, Gino Beam, Gino. So Gino Whirl, he just like a
Dino.
Gino.
Gino.
Sounds like a slots game at Vegas. Let's go play Gino.
Gino.
I'm thinking of Kino.
So it's close.
That's why.
I'm done. My mind. We got to start recording this at like 7 in the morning, where I'm like super awake.
Now Dino actually makes an appearance in another game. Does he not? And he's just a puppet.
He's just a puppet, but I can't think of what. Is that Mario and Luigi? The first Mario and Luigi game?
Maybe because all the other like Malo has never been mentioned again
So
in any
sad.
other thing.
Malo's so great.
But, and Gino was just like a, oh hey, check it out, that's up there on the shelf kind of thing. That if you played it, you'd get it.
But
you
can get his costume in the newest Super Smash Brothers.
Mallow?
No, Gino's.
Oh.
For your Mii fighter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can get.
That's
Gino's
interesting.
costume.
They don't have Mallow. I mean, Mallow would be like a cool like assist trophy or something
No.
in Smash Bros. That would be cool if
there
they
was
did.
nothing cool about Malo.
No, he's so great.
Okay,
He's a little
HP Rain
crybaby.
was cool, but that's about it.
He had a move called Psychopath, which was
He just went from like he's a cute little crybaby. Well, he actually has a move called Psychopath.
which I think was like poor translation because all it did was like read the enemy's mind, which isn't right?
Yeah.
So, but every enemy in the game had a different little blurb when you use Psychopath on them. So like you would get like their innermost thoughts. Like a Goomba is just another bad day. You know,
That's
something like
awesome.
that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's why I like Mallow.
But he has thunder, so and that's
giant
actually
thunderbolt.
And
Yeah,
that
it actually
Thunderbolt
hits
looks
everything.
really cool too.
Yeah.
It's like 3-dimensional. It's like it's not a normal. Like it's like turned sideways. You can see like the thickness of it
Yeah,
when it hits.
yeah.
When I saw, it, I was like, oh my god, that looks so cool.
It's actually called the Shocker.
It's called the Shocker. That's horrible.
No, it's so great.
don't get it. All right, so
At the top of the program,
Thank
you
God we're
asked
not-
if there were any double entendres.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Thank God we don't have video feed going right now. Are they talking about inappropriate things again?
again,
Why is it rated PG?
yeah, there was a lot of really cool spells. Like, there was the thunder spell, and then there was like Mario had the fire flower, and his thing was like, you cast fire and he starts shooting fireballs. But like if you started hitting you have to hit the Y button to cast it. But every time you hit Y, he throws another fireball, and the faster you hit it, the more damage he does as he starts shooting things.
Like Legend of Dragoon.
Yes.
Is there a cure spell in this game, or are you just using mushrooms to like potions like the
HP Rain.
Yeah, Mallow gets HP Rain, and then Toadstool's like the healer of
Yes.
the game. She gets
Yeah.
a group hug,
Group
which heals
hug.
the whole party.
And-
That's awesome.
And then there's a massive heal. It's like therapy hug or therapy something.
Therapy's her single target.
Bring
it-
It
yeah.
does
Bring-
a lot
bring
more
it
than
all
HP
in.
Rain.
Come
Right,
on
I
now.
think it raises them and heals them. I think that one is.
That's
therapy.
Come back. Come
No,
back
come
is
back.
her revive.
You come back.
Yeah, come back is her revive. Therapy is her single target heal, and then group hug is her like group heal.
argue with the 99%.
Don't. Agent
I-
99.
this is one of my
That's your new name.
favorite
You are Agent 99 from now on.
Yes.
That is your new.
That's it.
That's your new
Done.
thing.
Done.
Unless you start dropping in stats, then I'm gonna
All
start.
right,
writing
move
stuff.
on, guys.
All
Let's
right.
get on to number 2 of somebody's or whatever.
That was my number 2, Rosetown.
Now it's time for my number 2. Anybody catch a theme with my tracks that I picked?
Bass.
Bass.
I was gonna say, was this from like Airwolf?
Agent 99 gets the point.
But listen to this though.
Draining that
somebody's-
xylophone,
Yeah,
man.
they're
Just
rocking out the
draining it. I
xylophone.
love it. This is the Barrel Volcano area. And from what I saw, they didn't really go into this area like in like detail in the run that I saw. So it was like I don't know that much about it other than like it looks like really really cool.
I forgot this. I forget this area.
This is where the Axum Rangers show up.
Yeah, I forgot. Well, I forgot the actual area. It's been a while since I played it. So tell us about it, 99.
No,
Friendly, I'm here to do.
it's a volcano. There's lots of lava.
Nice and to the point. Like it.
There's a dragon boss. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, from the Tsar Dragon, right?
Yes.
But you fight. Yeah.
Tell us about it.
You enter it from the clouds of Nimbus Land. Yeah, and that's where Mallow was born. Mallow's parents were a thunderstorm and a rain cloud, and that's why he's so sad, but he has lightning. So
Does he come thunder?
this conversation is getting absolutely out of control.
Little baby making humor there.
But it's cool. It says that like, Star Piece, like you said, was guarded by the dragon, but it was stolen by the Axum Rangers. So that's your first introduction to the Axum Rangers is when that star is stolen.
Yeah, so you go through like a really difficult boss fight with the Star Dragon. And then after the Star Dragon dies, you fight his reanimated skeleton. And then after you kill that, the Axum Rangers are like, yeah, right. The dragon, you got to fight a skeleton, of course. But then you're like, oh, we get the Star Piece now. We killed the dragon. And then the Axum Rangers are total douche holes, and they steal it from you.
Go, Axum Rangers.
Bro, so how do you finally do you finally defeat them once and for all after a couple couple battles?
You chase them up the volcano, basically. There's like a 6-screen whatever.
I'm
so you're
remembering this
chasing
now.
them, and that's when the music plays. That's when the Axum Ranger music plays, and then you get to the top, and it's their little gunship. Which is called the Blade. The Blade. It's called the Blade.
Remember that? It looks like a giant hatchet type thing, right?
It looks like, the front of it looks like just a giant axe, and then on it there's like the Sentai, Super Sentai Ranger like head, like the mech head, Zord head.
Nice.
It's the Megazord.
Megazord, yeah.
I'm reading some of the enemies found in this area. You got the Tsar Dragon and the Zombone.
That's
which
the
is
bones.
hilarious. Zombone.
Zombone.
Vomer, Stumpit, Pyrosphere, Magmus, Corkpedite, and Chained Kong.
Chained Kong is Donkey Kong.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So he's just like, help me, I need my bananas.
Remember that? He's got both hands chained like on a.
The manacles. Yeah.
Remember that?
So that's just like a little Easter egg, just like seeing him, but you don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's
talk to him or
DK. I just think it's like an enemy that looks exactly like him.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Star Dragon is also in Final Fantasy V.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's. I think they dummied it from there.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
I like the love making that this game is making.
Well,
with
it's Square.
with
What do you
Square.
want?
A lot of love.
I want-
Square always delivers.
Would you enjoy a remake of this game if they made one, or do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think they shouldn't? If they were to remake it for like the Wii U, like
Here's my thing with remakes. Whenever they remake it, they like do all this extra weird crap, or like the way that they do it and the new style that they do it doesn't lend itself to how the old game played. So
Right.
I'm against that.
I can understand
I
that.
don't like that. If they made it screen for screen with better graphics, and Steve, you have a question?
I do. Actually, it's more of a comment. If they could remake this game like they remade DuckTales,
Exactly. Like
then that would be amazing.
yeah, DuckTales, the new DuckTales, as far as I understand it, I didn't get to play it,
Right.
is just like way better graphics and the music is redone.
Yeah.
And he does something extra with his cane. No?
Nope. It's all the same,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Interesting.
but it's amazing. It's amazing.
Agent 98 made a mistake.
Well,
That dropped quick.
well, no,
there.
that was the 1%. That was
Oh my god.
That's why he's
It was
not
DuckTales
100.
related. That's why.
That's cool though. That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, remakes is a touchy issue, and I actually have had thoughts about doing a remake episode. We pick tracks from games we would like to see remade. I think that would be kind of an interesting and how it would sound and be done. I think put a pin in that. We'll put it on the back burner for some corned beef and hash later. So this was my number 2, and we're leading into the finale here.
The home
I know
home stretch.
I know mine is fun. And from
Well,
from the sound of yours, I think yours will be as well because you've actually had a very good list.
And what kind of games or music do I normally gravitate toward?
Slow, romantic style,
That's
Macabre,
kissy
dark.
songs,
Dark.
songs where men come out and massage your back. A little. Hi, Thomas.
Hello, sir.
Well, things haven't changed. The sunken ship.
I was just gonna say, this sounds like you're in like the hull of the ship is just it's creaking.
And
So.
you just hear like the waves crashing on the hull of the ship. But this is like the Super Mario RPG version of the Ghost House.
Mm-hmm.
This is I could just listen to this music all day.
You fight Inky in here, right? Don't you? Inky's flying around.
The bloopers?
The bloopers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do fight bloopers.
Inky was a
Inky-
boss blooper.
Well, Inky was also in Pac-Man, so that's why.
But it's still a ghost.
Yeah, it's still a ghost.
In his defense, it's still a ghost.
That's where I was getting it from. But yes, you're correct. So, and there's an octopus fight, right? That's one of the bosses. Is like a giant tentacle. Oh,
Yeah,
octopus has tentacles, but
The boss in the sunken ship is a giant blooper.
and there's alligators.
Because why wouldn't it be?
And there's
Not alligators.
crocodiles.
Not crocodiles.
What are they?
Sharks.
Sharks. That's right, sharks. You're back up to 99.
But you didn't prove it. You just took him at his word. You're like, yes, he looked confident.
He would never lie.
He looked confident.
The word is good.
It's not what you say; it's how
So,
you say it.
What takes you down in this area? Like what is the are you chasing something, or is it like is there do you get a star from down here, or
You do get a star eventually. The pirate captain of this vessel claims the star as his own because it fell into the sea. And then I think one of the Smithy gang people, Yeridovic, comes and he's like, I want the star, and then you have to fight him for it.
oh okay
But yeah, all the areas that you go to, you're looking for stars. And in
right.
fact, the one area that you go to that doesn't have a star, I believe, is Mallow's place,
Nimbus Land?
Yeah, and Mallow's even like, well, there's no star there, so let's just skip this place.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because he knows his parents are getting down to make some more clouds, so he got his about.
He actually doesn't know. It's hilarious because when you first arrive there, the person who kind of took over is just like, yeah, we found Prince Mallow, and she points to this giant bird. It's like this giant black dodo bird, and Mallow's just like, huh, that's funny that they have a Prince Mallow. Oh well.
That's funny. I like humor in games.
So yeah, dark, as always.
Yeah.
My number one, the sunken
Ghost
ship.
ships.
Good
I love
choice.
it.
I like it.
But first thing I always think of though is like ghosts and goblins, or ghouls, super ghosts and goblins when you're on the sunken ship, and games.
Or World of Warcraft, Legion, where you're on a sunken ship.
I wouldn't know.
None of us do yet. It's
It's not-
the
it's-
expansion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to do a World of Warcraft episode. Well, my number one, unfortunately, we're at that point.
I'm expecting a lot of guitars and a lot of like heavy.
Dude, you're going to see massive shirt poppage right here. Get ready for it. Fight against Smithy, who likes transforming. The final boss fight after he transformed with that giant
The final
tin
boss fight after the boss fight.
after the boss fight. Yeah,
After the boss fight.
But the thing that really actually, tell me if you guys see this, but that in the beginning part of the story it goes, "Da-na-na-na-na," that reminds me from
another
Mario
song.
Kart. It reminds me
Oh.
of something out of Mario Kart, from like either Rainbow Road or
Maybe Bowser's Castle?
maybe like one of the things. It's just like,
Yeah, I don't know.
"Da-na-na-na." I was just like, when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, that reminds me so much of Mario Kart. I'm trying to see if it's going to come out soon.
It does sound like it's pulled from something else.
It had that feel to it. And I was just like, I don't know.
It sounds like Tron.
I guess.
See this one right here. That's it. I don't know, just that. It reminds me of like from like the Ghost House, like some. It reminds me of a Mario
Ghost
Kart
House
feel.
whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you played Kingdom Hearts 2, it sounds just like Tron's World.
It does. I never played
Yeah,
it.
it's crazy. It's
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
Did they use Neutron or Ultron in the
Ultron,
Ultron? Because the Neutron
not
wasn't out
Ultron. Old
Tron.
I would have.
Dude, one of the mini games is the light cycles. You kidding me?
Oh, okay.
I would have used a neutron or a proton, but what do I know? Get it? Anybody?
Science humor.
Yes.
My nemesis.
Be careful, Matt. I have my eye on you.
Oh, that just happened, ladies and gentlemen.
So
That's
we're
the highlight.
done. Good night.
We're gonna end it on that. Oh goodness, no. So, of course, I mean, like we always say, I'm the more upbeat, and ending it on on your final boss fight. I normally like, I don't go for that, but this boss fight music is awesome. Like, it's so, and I love boss fights. Because like when you first start fighting them, it's a different tempo and
Right.
a different, and then
It's
when it
just fighting
changes,
against Smithy.
I love the switch, and it's like, all right, things are about to get real. We need to up the music, engagement, and I feel it does that very nicely.
I'll tell you what. I liked the boss fight for this game, the Smithy fight, because it actually felt like a final boss fight.
Yeah.
Even if you're at level 30, it's not an easy peasy fight.
No, it's not.
You can still get wiped pretty easily.
Right.
Yeah, and that's great. That it should be challenging.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should be able to hey, if I get Cloud up to level 99 or whatever, and just go in and
just
stomp,
do Omnislat or whatever.
Yeah.
waffle
Knights of the
stomp
Round.
anyone. Yeah,
You should be able to kill
Knights of
them.
the Round with Mimic and then Mimic again.
Yeah. You can walk away for a half hour, take a quick power nap, come back. You're
Make
like,
a
all right.
rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken.
Oh.
See that? I like that. Mushrooms and chicken, toad and frog legs.
Stuffing Toad into a chicken and baking him in an oven.
Look at that.
Yeah.
See?
Acidic.
We're getting
They're
crazy
so
with it.
creepy now. They're so creepy now.
Yeah, it's true. After watching that, in case anybody
Thanks,
was,
Matt Pat.
in case anybody's wondering, Brian introduced us to a video that explains like the lore and background of like the Mario universe, and it was very, very creepy and very
because it's all
scientific.
true.
It's all pulled from like source material, so it's like it all makes sense. But
Yeah.
I doubt Nintendo would ever come out and be like, yeah, they're parasitic mushrooms, and Princess Toadstool's the queen, and she's taking over the kingdom. Yeah, and Mario's a sociopath.
Yeah. But it's weird because you look at it like, and then you look like different references in different games. You're like, wow, this could actually like this. If this came out to be like true, that would be like absolutely
We'll have to
amazing.
go super into it, but it says right in the manual that they turned the people of Mushroom Kingdom
Into
bricks and stuff. And the first thing you do is go and destroy bricks.
Yeah, and steal money.
How terrible do you feel?
Yeah. I want
That brick had a family.
that is horrible. That is horrible.
Yeah, game Theory does a really good job.
Yes.
Or you get the POW or the thing that turns all the bricks into coins. They literally
Oh,
just,
God.
literally vaporizes everyone. You just rob them all real quick. Creepy stuff.
This boss is creepy too.
Yes.
Yes.
Just
Big-
the way his face looks.
Big anvil head.
Yeah.
He's like a big mallet. Eventually, he turns into.
And then his arms turn into different weapons and stuff like that as you're
he
fighting them.
smashes his head on the ground on the anvil and starts making allies. As you're fighting him.
Tank head too.
Yeah,
He
that's right.
just turns
Tank
into a
head.
giant tank.
I forgot about that.
And he shoots bullet bills, doesn't he?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm almost positive he does.
Right in and let us know what he
When I
shoots.
was young and playing this, I was just so nervous. I was
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna lose.
Hands are sweaty.
And you didn't. You dominated him in like a 4 cycle.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
I came back with a lot of rock candy. It does like a lot of damage. Rock candy. It's like 500
rock
500
candy and
points.
soda. Shake it up and then throw it at him. And he's like, "Oh, my eyes."
Yeah.
Does-
The ultimate boss. Oh my eyes. That
Why would
stings a
you
little
do
bit.
that? Who throws that? Come on.
You're so rude.
I was so unprepared.
So good list. Good list today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a fun game. This
Yeah.
really is.
I really
And
do want to go through it.
You really should be. And here's the thing: it's not that long. It's
No.
not like you're sitting through Final Fantasy or something like that. So it's a quick go through, and it's just really cool. Like I said in the very beginning of the podcast, how they interpreted
Yeah.
things in the Mushroom Kingdom to be an RPG format. It's
Right.
really kind of cool.
Right. Cool. Well, I definitely plan on checking it out. And backlog is just so big. you know.
It's getting bigger with every podcast.
Yeah, it's just true. But see, that's why I love doing it, because there's just so many games I haven't played, so it gives me an opportunity to listen to music and, and then hear you guys explain. I'm like, wow, I didn't really know that about that game. I really want to kind of check it out, and hopefully that's having the same effect on people who are listening as well.
I hope so. That,
you know,
my biggest hope for these podcasts is somebody's like writes into us and be like, hey, I heard your podcast. I love this song. I went and checked out this game. So you guys were raving about it, and this game is amazing. I never played it before. And
yeah,
so awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully we have one person out there that done that, and it's not you. Or write them like, I checked that game out. It sucks. You guys think, oh man, but you didn't turn the power on.
Steve, get off the internet.
Yes, yeah. It's just Steve under an alias. No. But anyway, thank you guys for listening for this week. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Cash Revive. Shoot us an email at Gmail, cashrevive@gmail.com. We're also on YouTube. Look us up. We put all our videos on there in video format. So if you don't want to stream us or whatever, you can go ahead and listen to us on there. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us comments and rate us. Let us know what we're doing right, things you want us to change, and most importantly, things you would like us to talk about, because each week is led by your guys' opinions and wants for the show. And nothing is off limits in the gaming world. So any game, any particular series, console, anything you want us to talk about, just let us know, and we'd be more than happy to do that. We got a fun little
comedy.
We got a fun little throwback episode coming back next week as well. Again, gonna be very fun. So be sure to tune in. And until next week, Steve, Brian, you guys have anything to say before we cheese and rice it out of here?
Just bye.
Play Super Mario RPG.
Oh yeah. What track is this you're leading us out with?
Oh, the one that's almost over.
Yeah, the one that's almost over.
This is the music found in Booster's Tower, which I actually like Booster, but I just feel like he's the poor man's Wario, which is already the poor man's Mario.
Yeah.
Unless you like Wario.
I do.
And
That's Waluigi.
It's close enough. I mean, it's just
Same
another
difference.
bad parody of
I'm just a
Booster's
horrible-
Tower is where where we talked about where Mario can turn back to the old 8-bit Mario.
Oh, okay.
the 8-bit
nice.
job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good track leading us out. Appreciate you guys being here. And until next week, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.